per day. We can definitely feel now that the temperature is going down, the colors are changing outside from green and over to those burnt tones. It's beautiful and the sun is out, so there's no complaints. And we have now been working on leveling out the stable for a few days by hand pretty much. We've moved around sand, digged up some more concrete bits and some rocks. It just keeps giving. It's the present that keeps giving. And now, by now, we have removed about 70 centimeters of concrete and sand down into the foundation. And I've been getting quite a few questions about why we're not just putting a floor on top of all of the concrete. If we did that, if we wanted to just insulate on top of the concrete, we would take 40 centimeters of the ceiling height, and it's not because the ceiling height in here is huge to begin with, so that would be kind of a shame. And we need to insulate the floor in order to have a good climate inside my workspace. It might not look like a lot of progress, but we definitely feel like we're making progress. And today we have a new machine brought in that should help us on the next step.
Fuel level.
While Buch made a lot of noise, I decided to tidy up in front of the stable, despite being in the middle of a building project, which will definitely continue to result in mess. I find so much satisfaction in taking a little bit at the time, so the chaos doesn't build up and get completely out of hand. After my quick tidy, Buch was still stamping the floor, so I decided to move and stack some wood. The weather will only get colder and more rainful from now, so it seemed like a good priority.
Du står bare en skab. Lige under 70. Til det langs kanterne.
Langs kanterne er det stadig lidt for højt.
Og lige hen på midten.
Der er det også for højt. De gode gamle øjemål.
Ja.
Det virker bare.
Skal du trylle på den her, ikke?
Ja.
And just like that, leveling out just continued.
Jeg kan ikke køre herover. Ej, hvor irriterende det der.
Ready?
You're fucking crazy. Wow, hvordan kan det godt?
Nu tror jeg, jeg skal blive færdig med det.
Ej, der er noget. Au! Ej! we are finally done with the long process of leveling out the floor so we can start to build up the new foundation. We're starting out insulating everything. The first layer of flamingo is now out. Then we need to put on a second layer. We have bought these lacquer coated fillings that we're going to add around the edges. And when that's done, we can get the new layer of concrete into the space. And because we're going to get windows and doors delivered tomorrow, we're going to try to divide this out and bring the flamingo in here so that they can put the windows and the doors next to the stable tomorrow. We are gonna need one more bag of lacquer, but I'm now going to move the flamingo in here to make space for some windows and doors tomorrow. Can't wait for next step. It's going to feel so much more real once the windows and doors are here. Sounds like Bay is coming home. Yep. Let's move some flamingos.
It was now October 26th, and we had finally laid out the second layer of styrofoam and were working on the edges. We spent most of our weekends working on the stable, but as the days are getting much shorter by now, we find no time to make progress on weekdays. So it's been taking us much longer than we anticipated. To be honest, a month and a half into working on the foundation, we were getting a bit impatient and felt a bit stuck. But we just kept reminding ourselves that we were doing everything for the first time, and so every little bit of progress we made was to be celebrated. And it was also to be celebrated that our new windows and doors, produced with much appreciated expertise from sparvinduer.dk, had arrived. They were as beautiful as we hoped, and it felt like a massive motivation to keep going.
There's something so satisfying about emptying a trailer. We're now gonna move on to a building mall to get the last equipment to possibly finish up preparation for concrete. Men følelse lige, at vi snart kan lægge beton bag.
Dejligt.
Ja. Altså, er det sådan her, vi snakker?
Ja.
Agtigt. The day is finally here. The concrete truck is going to be here in an hour. All the helpers are starting to show up. I have a feeling it's going to be hectic, but can't wait to get this over and done with. Probably won't be able to film anything because we'll be running back and forth with wheelbarrows. But yeah, it's going to be so good. The day is here. It feels amazing to say that we now have the new foundation. It's been done weeks and weeks upon weeks of hard work, and we've finally made it. The day of putting in the concrete went down like so well. It was such a smooth process, around an hour's work, and then it had been done. And actually we could just sand down the rough surface of this concrete and then apply the finished floor. But obviously there's a lot of other things that we should do now before we make it to that. So the next things on the list are going to be to brick up some windows over here. We're going to brick up all 4 of these windows that are over here and some like old holes. We believe this one down here was an old gate for pigs, so we're going to brick those up. We're going to put in the first windows into the upper part of the stable because we're going to insulate the roof, and it would be nice to have some natural light coming in up there. We think we've completed the worst and most time-consuming part of this project, but honestly we don't know what we've embarked on, and there's going to be a lot of new things to learn, so it's just going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see the stable with the new doors and the new windows. It's completely going to change everything, and also when we make it to the point where we can take down the ceiling and you can look all the way up to the roof, it's going to completely change the feel. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy following along. If you have any questions regarding the stable project, then please leave them down below. There are probably things that I haven't covered, so comment down below, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not, and I will see you soon.